This is Mavericks All Access with Omaha Athletics, hosted by Anna Bellinghausen.
Welcome into Mavericks All Access. I'm Anna Bellinghausen. Again, women's basketball up here, the second segment of the night. Coach Carrie Banks. Then we got Sam Mitchell and Elena Pilakouta. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll start with you and just your assessment of the season and how everything's been going in your eyes and just the growth of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have had a lot of just highs and lows, to be completely honest. And the good thing about that is, we've shown that we can play with, the best of the best teams in our league. But we've also had some moments that have been very uncharacteristic of us as well, too, where I feel like we've been unrecognizable as far as just what I know we're capable of. The hope with that is just, really coming together and just being consistent in our effort, because I think when we do that, obviously the sky is the limit for this group. So I'm excited, just about this upcoming week and obviously the postseason tournament, because I've seen what those highs look like, and I think on those days we're a really hard team to beat.
Sam, starting with you, just the togetherness of the squad from day one and just how you guys have fought this entire season through those ups and downs Coach mentioned.
Yeah, we've been absolutely fighting together from day one to now. I think we have come together way better. Now we're just trying to put a full 40 minutes together. And I think every day we're getting back into that and learning how to hold each other accountable and put those 40 minutes together.
Elena, for you, what have you seen just through the growth of the season?
I think from this summer we've been a really strong team on and off the court. Now we've been trying to figure it out on the court, and I think we're getting there. We're very close. As Sam said, we're just trying to play the full 40 minutes, and I think when we do that, we're going to be a hard team to beat.
Well, there's plenty of more opportunities for that because you got postseason play. Everyone, again, starts 0-0 in that. Coach, what is going to be the most important thing as you wrap the season up against Denver and then move on to the Summit League tournament?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, first things first, is this game on Saturday, and that's really our primary focus right now. And, we talked today as a team about just keeping things really, really small and just, focusing on these next 3 days of preparation and bringing the same energy and just focus and just commitment to each other and holding each other accountable in that preparation. So without getting too far ahead, I think we're just really looking at Saturday as, our first step in that whole process.
Sam, it's obviously a very long season throughout basketball. You guys started in the summer, of course, and it's February now, oh my gosh. How do you guys keep that motivation and that togetherness throughout the entire season that obviously is so evident?
Gosh, it's a grind. Obviously, we have ups and downs, but I feel like we love the game so much that we play for each other every day, and that's how we find our motivation.
And for you, where does that motivation come from, Elena?
I think we have an older group this year, and it's just better having people with experience, and it makes it easier to push through those hard days and know that we can control only so much. So I think trying to do that and sharing our experience with the younger players, that's what kept us going this whole season.
And you have a chance to be sixth in that tournament seating as well. It's a big opportunity. How do you use that, Coach, as motivation for the squad?
I think it's huge. We've talked about having that first round bye and what that'll do for us, just as opposed to having, 4 games, we would have 3, and just what that will mean for us over the long run. And so that's really been our focus, is getting that first round bye, but also, just speaking of the highs and lows, getting back to playing how we know we're capable of, I think more so than anything, because we just know what that looks and feels like and what the outcome usually is in that situation.
Well, speaking of the highs, you know what it's like to be in the finals of the Summit League tournament as well. Elena, you were on that team in 2020, 2021, getting to experience that. How do you bring over that experience to the players that might have not experienced the Summit League tournament yet?
I think just making sure they know that everything can happen. The fact that we might be 6 or 7, we don't know, doesn't mean anything in March, as we said before, and just believing in that when we play together, we can beat every team that comes in our path. And it was a great feeling. I don't think I realized it then while we were playing at the final, but now looking back to it, I see how close we were to getting it done. So I think it's an extra motivation to this year.
Coach,
sure.
When you look back at what made that team so successful, what do you think is the separator during postseason play for teams?
You know, I think that team especially, I mean, we were just so tough defensively. And I think, certainly we have a lot, I think, more offensive weapons with this group that we have. But the defense, more than anything, I mean, we were holding teams. We were getting stops. We were making games ugly because we had to. And I think we peaked at the right time. You know, we were going into the postseason tournament coming off 2 wins in a year where we only had, I think, 4 regular season wins. And so just getting those 2 wins at the end and kind of increasing our belief. It was tough. It was a COVID year. And then just going in there with a really solid game plan in that first game, being the last seed. And I think just really our kids, every time, something worked that we had really worked on, I think it gave them more belief and confidence in each other. And we just, again, carried that out the whole time there.
Sam, from your perspective and knowing that there's this history there, you weren't on that squad. You were at UAB before and transferred into this program. Did that kind of attract you to the school, knowing that, hey, they can compete for some conference titles and they have that within their program?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I was watching that game because I had a friend on the other team at the time. But when I had seen that, I had known Coach Banks because of a former teammate. And that was a big reason because I knew she wanted to win and I knew she could compete.
Mm-hmm. And just playing for Coach Banks throughout all these years, what have you learned most about her play style and the system that she puts this team in?
I think just how much she loves the game is truly inspiring to see how much time she spends. And I think for me personally, it just pushes me to be a better player and a better student of the game and learn as much as I can. The last 3 years, the style of play, well, good for me. I think she likes post players, so it works out pretty well so far. But yeah, we've been playing in and out. This year, it's a little more different with 4 guards, but I think just a traditional in and out game has been what has been working for us, I guess.
Elena, let's talk a little bit more about your journey to Omaha. So you're from Cyprus. This is your 5th year at Omaha. Do you feel like you've been here forever?
Yeah, it feels like.
I've never been a student at UNO without you playing on the basketball team.
I know.
And I graduated in May, started in 2018. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. What's made you want to stay in Omaha for so long?
Obviously my first couple of years, it was a huge difference coming from Cyprus. Mm-hmm. It's only double the size of Omaha, the whole country. So it was different, and I think I just loved this city, and obviously the team that I was on, the people around it, the support system that we have here, and just I've been here 5 years, and it's been a better year every year. So I'm not regretting spending 5 years of my life here.
I had to Google where Cyprus was before the show, so it's just south of Turkey.
Yep.
Did you know where Omaha was?
I did not. I did not know where Nebraska was.
What did you think when you first arrived here?
I'm not going to lie. I saw a bunch of, just trees. I was like, okay, I don't know where we are.
I don't know where we are, but I'm playing basketball here now. That's amazing. What was the biggest adjustment for you getting to the United States?
I would say the language, obviously, just having to talk in a different language. And for basketball, I would say just how fast the game is.
For sure. And how do you think that's helped you grow into the player and person you are today? Being from a whole other country, coming here, and then having your college years spent in Omaha.
Yeah, I still have the characteristics of a European type of play, I feel like, and I will always have that. But now I just having to adjust to the type of play that the game is here, faster, and having to think faster, and everything is just moving faster. I think that made me into a better decision maker because I had to. My style of play did not much at all with the fast game, so I had to learn how to adjust to that.
Coach, what have you seen from Elena and just how she's grown throughout her career at Omaha?
Absolutely. I think, just coming here and, the kid I thought I was getting versus who she is now, I think she has really invested a lot of time in her development as a player. I think she's really taken a keen interest to improving her skill set from year to year. And I also think just one thing that's underrated about her. You know, we know she can score, and she's just like another point guard on the floor, and somebody that I can trust, that has my back and kind of has a feel for what I'm thinking, but also has a high basketball IQ, so can put people in positions and, you know, has a feel for what we need in the game. And I always say the players have better feels than the coaches, so to have a player that's so in tune to the game and what we need and what's going on in that moment, it's nice to get that level of real-time feedback because it helps my decision making, and I think it helps her teammates as well too. So I just think, you know, she's a kid that was given an opportunity, an increased opportunity, and took it and ran with it.
Yeah, I mean, how about playing all 5 years at Omaha and then turning into the leading scorer, most points on the squad right now? What does it mean just seeing that come to fruition, Elena?
I mean, it was a process for sure. I've been here 5 years. I think every year was different for me. So coming into my last year, I knew I had to work hard and become a better player in order to help the team achieve its goals. And then the leading scorer is not really, it just came from like the trust that my coaches have into me, and then my teammates as well, just putting the ball in my hands. And I mean, my teammates do most of the work, so.
But you don't miss.
I mean, I try not to.
I love it. Sam, what have you seen from Elena in the time you've known her?
Gosh, well, she is my best friend, but she is a dog. Like, she works so hard. Every day she's in the gym in the morning. And on the court, she's the best to play with. It's so easy to give her the ball. I know she's going to get it. I know she's going to go up and finish, and she's reliable. I know she's always going to be there. I know she's always going to have your back, and she's like our team mom in a way. So she keeps the glue together.
I love it. And Sam, let's talk a little bit about your journey as well. So separate from Elena's journey, you've been here 2 years. Last year got cut short due to injury, 17 games into the season, and then you rehab, come back, and find yourself in the starting lineup. What was that process all like for you?
Well, it was my second torn ACL, so that's always hard, finding that journey. But I've always been a kid to fight, and Coach Banks believed in me. And, you know, I kind of stepped into that role because that's what needed to happen at the time. And I kind of just do what needs to be done for the team, whether, you know, that's giving Elena the ball or keeping the peace, keeping the waves calm. But that's kind of been my journey so far.
And besides seeing this team in the finals in the Summit League tournament, what else drew you to Omaha?
Gosh, I never thought I would end up in Omaha. You know, it's Nebraska. You know, I didn't know too much about it, but hearing everything that Coach had in store for me and talking to all the coaches and then meeting the girls, that's all I needed to know it was a family atmosphere.
And something I talked to Coach Banks on one of the previous episodes is coming into a program, and maybe you haven't been here this whole time, but becoming a leader on this team and doing it with grace. How have you found ways to be a leader on this team?
In a way, it comes natural to me because I feel like I'm kind of a mom in a way too, and I like to look after everyone. So I feel like being a glue type kid is just natural for me, and I love helping everyone.
Well, if you've seen any videos on Twitter of this team, you guys are a very fun squad to be around. I want to ask about one. So Brooklyn singing the national anthem. How amazing is that? How did that start? Can we get a little story time behind that?
Well, she can sing, so
she can, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had practice at back during the summer, and they were auditioning for the national anthem. People I don't know what exactly it was, and we're like, Brooklyn, you should do it because like she could sing. And then I don't know if she actually did it or if they just took her because
she did it.
Just picked her.
She definitely went out there and cut the line and took the mic and sang the national anthem. I think, yeah, she did it. And they it was right on the spot. They're like, okay, we'll be in touch.
You're in.
Yeah.
And in the video, if you guys watch it on social media, the whole team mobs her at midcourt afterwards. I don't usually see that when national anthem singers sing at games or anything like that, but that just goes to show how close this squad is. Just from your guys' perspective, what makes this team just so close-knit?
I mean, I don't know. I think we're just a fun group to be around, and I don't think we're just fun, like different people to be around. I think how different we are keeps us close because you just don't know what you're getting every time we're all together.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
From bus rides to locker room talks, you never know.
You never know. Coach, anything to add on that?
No, I do think they're fun. I think our bus trips are definitely, there's always some spark at the back of the bus. But no, I think they really enjoy each other. I think they respect each other's personalities and just differences and all that stuff. And I think too, just with a little bit of an older group, there's an appreciation for the different stages of being a freshman versus sophomore and a junior and a senior and what that brings to the table. And I think they all appreciate and just embrace it.
How important is that relationship building to you as a coach?
I think it's huge. I mean, because like you said, you're going to have ups and downs in college seasons, whether it's losses, whether it's injuries, whether, it's a class that you're not doing too good in. So to be surrounded by good people that you trust in and, you enjoy being around, I think that makes all those, the highs even better and the lows not so bad.
There was also a mic'd up video posted, and I love it because it's during a game as well, and you can hear the bench. Mm-hmm. How crazy do you guys get on that bench there? I mean, it sounds like everyone's yelling at every moment. I love it.
We like to get hyped up for sure, whether it's chest bumps or Danae yelling rebound. Clearly,
I heard a lot of that. Yep.
I think that tells you how fun we are, and just. We have different people. Some people might be quiet, but they go crazy in the game. So it's just looking at the bench is something that motivates the people that are actually on the court for sure.
Definitely. And I know you guys told me not to bring it up, but I'm going to. Senior day on Saturday. They're going to get a little bit emotional maybe. We'll see. But
we'll try not to.
We'll start with Coach, though. Yeah. And just your words of wisdom to the seniors and graduate students leaving the program.
I think my first thing would just be how thankful I am. I think we're in an era in college athletics where student athletes, if they don't like something, they can leave when it gets tough. And they have all chosen that this is the place, and they've made that choice over and over again. This is a place they want to be. This is a place they want to grow and fight and learn. And so that, first and foremost, is what's really special about every single kid that's in our program. But it's just been such a pleasure to coach them and to be a part of this experience with them. And, I know obviously senior day brings a lot of emotion, but I always say it's the times in between, the bus rides, the times, after Christmas where we have a hard practice, or when I say get on the baseline, or when, we get Starbucks after a win, all those things I hope that they will remember and cherish. And I just want nothing more than to send this group out with a conference championship.
Sam, for you and just what your journey at Omaha's meant.
Gosh, it's been awesome. It's not done yet. I'm coming back next year, but senior day is really special for me, and Omaha has been home for me. Transferring is really hard, but coming to a program like this has been nothing but a blessing. And whether it's from coaches to the girls, I've grown as a player and a person, and that's more meaningful to me than anything.
You think we can dig up another year of eligibility for Elena somehow?
Right?
There has to be some rule. There has to be some rule we can get her one more year.
I think so.
Elena,
Elena's like, no,
she's like, I'm
5 and I gotta go back.
Too old for that.
The knees are starting to hurt.
Oh, knock on wood, the knees are good.
What has your journey just meant to you and just growing throughout this Omaha program?
Oh, it's been quite the ride. All the 5 years here have been great. They taught me a lot of lessons, and I grew as a person. I became a better version of myself as a player as well. But I think senior day is definitely going to be emotional, obviously. But yeah, I'm grateful for all the friendships and relationships that I made here. And I think I'll remember all 5 years that I've been here, for sure.
We need a statue, I think.
I think so. Something, right?
Something like that. Yeah. When you look forward to the season, because we still got games left, guys. We can't get too ahead of ourselves. What's going to be the biggest factor, starting with the players, to make it a successful postseason run and get that 6th seed at Denver or against Denver?
I think what we said at the beginning, just putting those 40 minutes together, being able to defend and just play our game. And every game we've played this year, we know that we were the ones responsible for the result. So if we lost, it was because we didn't play good. It wasn't because the other team beat us. We beat ourselves. So I think being able to figure out a way to play for 40 minutes will get us the results we want.
What do you want to see most out of your team throughout the Summit League? Rest of play and then tournament.
I agree with all of that, but I think we just need to keep fighting no matter what. Through the ups and downs, we just need to keep fighting through the adversity and put those 40 minutes together and have each other's backs no matter what.
Coach, what's your message to these girls as they head into battle against Denver and then obviously tournament play?
I think the biggest thing is just about how we show up, and I think it is also weathering the storm. There's been times this year where we've been, really good defensively, but for whatever reason, a shot's not falling. And so I know we're going to go into the game. The energy's going to be high. There's going to be a lot of just, excitement, excited nerves. And I just want them to weather whatever storm. And I think this team has the strength and just the mental fortitude to do that. So it's about playing consistently for 40 minutes and just, again, going out on a positive note.
Well, let's go out on a positive note. We got some fun questions for you guys as well. Let's give some superlatives out to the team. Also, you two are roommates, so you may need to throw in some roommate questions.
Yeah.
All right, my first question. Who has the best nickname on the team, and what is it?
Ooh, nickname.
Does anyone have a nickname?
Yeah, a lot of people do. I'll say Keely gives the funniest nicknames, but
I don't know. That
is a hard one.
We can't share them.
Kenzel,
Kenzel?
Kennedy.
Kenzel?
That was Morgan's. Kenzel, yeah.
All right. Best shoe game.
Ooh, I would say Ken again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I nominate myself for that one?
What do we got cooking over there, Coach? All right, next question. Most likely to go viral on TikTok.
Ooh.
We have a lot of people trying. I do know that.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn or Grace, I would say.
Yes.
Brooklyn or Grace. All right. We answered this on the men's side, so best answer for the women's.
Brooklyn.
Jeez.
Morgan
Singer
too.
and dancer?
Morgan too.
All right. Honorable mention. If someone on the team, everyone answer this one. If someone on the team got to pick out a tattoo for you, who would you pick?
Katie.
Sam. I'm a little offended she didn't pick me, but it's okay. I would pick Katie too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would go with Katie because I know it would be safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Safe side.
Can be nothing crazy.
Who would you not let pick it?
Grace.
I'm sure she'll love to hear that. Who has the best and loudest laugh on the team? Because I know you guys have a lot of fun.
Nay.
I think I heard it in the mic'd up video a little bit. I love it. Next one. This is a good one. Most likely to forget what time the bus leaves.
Grace.
Oh, really?
Grace or Ken?
I feel like it would be Aaliyah or Brooklyn.
Grace, Aaliyah, or Brooklyn. That's my top three.
Top three.
We have way too many
We're
people who
ranking now. Okay. All right. Last question. Team hype woman.
Brooklyn is pretty good at it. Yeah.
She's winning a lot of these superlatives.
Yeah, she is.
Good personality.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining. Good luck against Denver. Let's get that number 6 seed, of course, for the tournament. Good luck up in Sioux Falls as well. Who else wouldn't want to be in Sioux Falls? I mean, come on.
I know. Best place to be.
It's going to be a fun one. Well, I hope you guys get a championship run. Coach Banks, Sam, Elena Pilakouta, thank you guys so much for joining. Go Mavs.
Thank you.